Hello and welcome everyone. It's Amanda Rose from your Archer Media team at Archer Travel, and I'm so excited to talk to you guys today about social media marketing. And today's topic is the best tips for travel agents for social media engagement. This video, this training is going to be recorded. It'll be available in your trainings tab of your Travel Cafe website, as well as it'll be available right here on the Facebook and the YouTube page. So feel free to review it again if you'd like, or share it with any of your fellow travel agents. So pretty much today's rundown is we are going to talk about why is social media important? What to remember when creating content, what kind of content is king or queen, to strategize or to not strategize, and then organic versus paid, why the difference matters. And so we're going to talk about that a little bit today, and then at the end we'll do questions. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. So welcome everybody. Okay, so let's get into it. The best travel posts for social media engagement. So it goes without saying, but social media is a powerhouse resource, as we all know, for any business, regardless of your industry. It's where 3.9 billion people around the world spend up to 95 minutes of their day. I just want to read that stat again. 3.9 billion people around the world spend an hour and a half plus 95 minutes of their day on social media, with many individual users spending much more than 95 minutes. So online presence is one of the main drivers of awareness and therefore bookings as well, your travel bookings. But competition is obviously consistently high, with travel sellers at every stage of the industry clamoring to be heard and seen and grab their ideal audience's attention on social media. And this correlates with Jose's training on Wednesday, which was finding your travel niche. So you can find a specific audience you want to reach on social media. So it's crucial to make sure your social media strategy is tip top, or face being washed away in the just all the rest of the content from the competing businesses. So you really want to have a travel niche when you're doing your social media engagement, if you can, because that's where you're really going to grab more attention. So the trick is upping the ante, right? So smart travel agencies know that it's not all about which agency makes the most noise, or travel agents. It's about curating specific engaging content that speaks to your audience and gets the heart of their pain points. So let's explore more about this moving on. Okay, so section 1. Why is social media important? Why is it important? So let's talk about it. 93% of social media marketers use Facebook to promote their business. So Facebook is a really popular platform. And Instagram sits with 78% in second, with people promoting their business. So why should you use these platforms? Reach. If you're not visible on social media, you're invisible to countless of potential customers. And also, people like to fact check and make sure you're a real company. So they usually use social media to Google people or their websites, whatnot. Building genuine customer relationships. You need an active, engaged community. Customers are tired of the bland, transaction-focused marketing. Understanding your audience. Knowing how your audience uses social media helps you tailor your content directly to them and gain all important likes, shares, and saves. And again, understanding your audience is understanding your travel niche, and focusing on that, or who you want to represent as a person, as a travel agent, in your brand. Okay? Also, keeping up with competitors and trends. Competitors are online. To keep the playing field level, you need a successful online presence, or just like your fellow travel agents and whatnot, just to see what the trends are, what everyone's posting, what's popular, what's not. And this is a good way. Why social media? Section 2, what to remember when you're creating content. So here are a few questions to think about when you're creating content. Number 1, what is your intended goal? To raise awareness or to make bookings? Okay, let me just click here. Number 2, what is the pain point you want to address? What is the specific point? What is the begging question you want to address to people? And then number 3, why will your users bother engaging? Why are they going to bother engaging with your content? What's the point of it? Why should they engage with it? So you got to ask those 3 questions when you're making content, okay? Remember, so 1, what's your intended goal? Is it to just raise awareness about your brand or to make actual bookings? And obviously, sometimes you're going to say both, but you need to pick one so you know what you're heading towards, because if you raise awareness, then you can potentially build relationships, which would then make bookings. Or is your goal just to do quick and fast booking right then? Number 2, what is the pain point? So what's the specific point you want people to know? And then why should your users engage with your content? Okay, so Facebook itself suggests that on average, users spend about 1.7 seconds with a piece of content on mobile device, and then 2.5 seconds on our desktop. So we know now in our culture, everything's immediate. And with significantly fewer people and some of us, we know being able to focus for long periods of time. And when you're on your social media, you're just scrolling quickly. So now we're not saying that your post must or will manage to miraculously break through a genuine widespread shift of the collectible inability to focus. So we're not saying we're going to change the world, right? But we're going to try to work with this adapted world now. So rather, it's essential that your content takes into consideration the context surrounding your audience. So what are they feeling, how they're thinking, and what do they want? How can we capture them in that moment? So what are they feeling, how they're thinking, and what they want? Are you offering an irresistible solution? Or posing a question that makes users stop to wonder why they haven't taken advantage of your services before? So you really want to capture the attention. Content needs to provoke a reaction. So if it's not provoking a reaction, then people are most likely just going to scroll on by. So if you're not doing that, you're not going to generate any engagement. So again, it's essential to take into consideration what you want your audience to feel, how you think they think, and what they want. And that goes into what kind of audience do you want with your travel niche. Okay, section 3, which kind of content is king? Welcome all, welcome all. I see you all in chat. So you can have king or queen. What kind of content is the top notch? You can have the perfect strapline, offer, or destination content, but if you're not pushing this in the right format, it's definitely going to fall flat. So the smart method is to deliver valuable and attention-grabbing content across several different formats to reach your audience regardless of whether they're scrolling their feed, checking out their stories, or watching live streams. So we're going to try to get it across multiple content to have more reach. Okay, so this is some of the content that is really good to use, which is user-generated content. What is user-generated content? We're going to get into that. So UGC, or user-generated content, it was one of the most effective types of travel posts for social media engagement. It is brand-specific, created by your customers and clients, and posted on social media itself. Essentially, it's the modern word of mouth on social media. It is also considered 2.4 times more authentic than any other content that brands create. So it's pretty much, so if you're not using it, now is the time to start. And this is pretty much what it is. You ask your customers to send videos or images from the vacation they booked with you. Provide an incentive for them to do so. Maybe you give them $50 off their next trip they book with you, or you give them a little care package when they go or get back. Give them a little incentive, and then share, or maybe a referral. Like if someone books off of the content that I post and the referral comes from you, I'll give you a referral fee. So share customer content when your agency is tagged, asking permission first, of course, and then create your own hashtag to keep tabs on the user-generated content and turn it into a community. So ask your customers, this is what user-generated content, you're pretty much asking your customers or clients to either send you the videos and images or tag you when they post them, and then you could share them to your own profile and whatnot, showing that you have real customers and it's showing it firsthand, because people really want to know what people think of your brand. And so this is really important content for brands, travel brands out there. So, and then also, I just always say, don't forget yourself. Your own content from your own vacations, trips, ships, inspections can bring a personal aspect to your business as well. So don't forget to add those in there as well. But user-generated content is really important. So really try to give your customers, clients an incentive to post about traveling and booking with you. Okay. Videos, we all love videos. We know they're very popular. Videos are a chance to build a tangible brand narrative and inject some personality into your content instead of just like a stale picture, image, graphic, whatnot. Instagram Reels receive the highest level of engagement of any organic content on that platform, with around 50% of marketers agreeing that the short-form videos are the most valuable for brands. So just think about that again. Instagram Reels seem the highest level of engagement of organic content, which organic content is content made by yourself, with around 50% of marketers agreeing that short form videos are most valuable for your brands. Organic is not being promoted either, or paid for, or boosted. In direct contrast to the explosion of 15-second TikTok in 2021, there's a shift back into the longer form content, giving users more context. So TikToks can actually be up to 3 minutes, and Reels are 90 seconds, but I think they've been, I'm not sure. Sometimes I feel like, yeah, I think they're only 90 seconds, and then it's like, click here for more when it's on your, so, yeah. This is time to build authentic relationships with your clients by posting these videos. So things to consider are employee generated content, which would be yourself, destination specific content to highlight your portfolio. So specific destinations, people love that. User-generated content, which we talked about, which is your customers, your clients sharing their amazing videos and pictures from their vacations and holidays and tagging you or sending them to you. And then videos that take your user on a journey because they're getting a little more personal. So Reels or TikToks, or a quick how-to video, or did you know video about this destination or place that gives your audience insight into what they're missing out on. Okay. And then we don't want to forget about static photos. They're still important. While video come up trumps in terms of appeasing the great and ever-changing algorithm, we know videos are really, really popular right now, pretty much. But images are still highly valuable and can be a pivotal way to build your brand's aesthetic, awareness, and everything. So what static photos could you use? Destination photos you could do. These are like the go-to naturally for travel agents. It really strike up an all-important FOMO and highlight your portfolio all in one. And it just makes people want to go to that destination pretty much. Review showcases. Which means, we sort of talked about this, but people trust other people. So show off your amazing reviews to entice new users. I sort of touched on that earlier. People love to see what people are saying about your brand. So if you can use those reviews and showcase them on your profile, it's a really great way. Carousels, that would be when you can scroll through the static photos. Like there's more than one in a post, so you can scroll through. Usually up to 10 is the max on Instagram. And these are a great way to get users to stop and flick through them instead of just scrolling down and past them. And sometimes you can even add like videos in there, so it can be picture video. So also Reels, which incite action. So we've seen them where you see caption or send me a DM to follow through with this. So you post something on your reel, and then you just have a little, and it can be an image on your reel too, like, or your stories or whatever on your story. It says, send me a DM or click here for more. And so that's also a way to do that. CTA images, so combining text with stunning destination images is a great way to grab attention without bombarding your audience with too much information. So maybe just a destination and then like your name of your travel agency or amazing deal now or just the destination name, just something simple with the image. And also obviously it's always great to be funny, so memes and relatable images. So if you're building a brand that aspires to really connect, try to make your business human by creating shareable content that is a surefire way to secure more feed time. So anytime someone laughs, they usually stay around a little longer. So memes are relatable images, just something to show you're human too. Perfect. And then also really important key way to engage your clients are time-sensitive stories. So a key aspect of the travel industry you can always tap into, creating time-sensitive content. So this would be your stories, and we sort of touched a little on this earlier, and even story exclusive deals, like this deal is expiring in 2 hours. So you're really giving them the time, like it's going to end soon. So it helps to ignite a sense of urgency for people to book with you. So travelers need to engage, to interact now. Otherwise, they're going to miss out on this fantastic deal or opportunity. So creating time-sensitive content. And all the content we're talking about, you can't just post one type of it. You have to mix it up. So you can't just post time-sensitive content because you're just going to lose anyone who's following you on your social media pages. They're not going to want to engage because it's all the same. You need to mix it up. So plus stories pop on your followers' feed first by default, so it's nearly guaranteed way to be seen, whereas feed posts can get lost in the noise because there are just normal posts. So stories are a great way. Facebook also supports stories too, so this content can be shared across platforms for a cohesive message. So if you're posting to an Instagram story, you can always turn on that button that says share to Facebook too, and it shares it at the same time, which is really nice. And with 50% of users saying they visited a website to make a purchase or engage after seeing a story. So 50% of users say they visit a website to make a purchase after they engage seeing a story. So that's a really important statistic. It's in an audience that you just can't afford to miss out on. And also, we talked a little bit about this too, testimonials. The power of positive reviews cannot be overstated. People want to know what other people think. The first thing I do on one of the big, like on Amazon, when I go shopping on Amazon, the first thing I do is I look at how many stars and I scroll down to the reviews and I see what are people saying about this product. People want to know about your travel agents too. Like testimonials and reviews cannot be overstated. You need to post them on your page too so people can see that real people have used you as a travel agent, as a travel brand. And so you want to try to use those positive reviews or share your clients' photos that you've been tagged in, or if they send them to you, share the photos and videos. So whether that's turning these reviews into creative assets for your feeds to entice new customers, or using them within your description or ad itself, if you're doing ads, to bolster your social proof, it's time to let your customers do the talking for you. So when you have positive reviews, you need to post those so people can see. So you can make those into a static image. You can quote them and put them in your bio, you can put them on a story, you could really do anything with them, but definitely use all the different techniques of putting out these positive reviews or clients' stories of their trips, photos, videos. Also, guides, insider tips, and location-specific information. So if you share handy guides on the best local spots and destinations, you know that will sell well, or you can put together guides that highlight areas of interest, common phrases in a local language, like if you're going to France, don't forget to say bonjour, or, you know, just some fun, practical resources on your page, which will make people want to come back and think about more vacations. So not only does it position you as an authority on the subject of travel, but it shows you're dedicated to being helpful and reliant to your customers. So, or relevant, but also reliant as well. Because if you're showing that, then they're like, oh, they do know a lot about travel. Oh, that's great. That's great advice. Like, and so that'll want them to come back to you. And also, it's always good to analyze your competition or other travel agents, other travel agencies, to just see if there's any niches in the market that maybe you haven't considered yet, but you're like, oh, maybe I really do love that niche. You haven't figured out your niche yet, and vice versa. And so, and it's always just good to see what other people are posting as well, just to see what's popular and what's engaging. Okay, and then section 4, to strategize or to not strategize. So, content might very well be king or queen, but the distribution is everything. It's no secret that the algorithm is a name whispered like a mysterious presence, a fickle force that must be appeased by content creators all over globe. The algorithm. We all know that saying. We're like, how do we get into the algorithm? A content strategy informed by competitor and audience analysis is one of the best ways to work with algorithm and not be defeated. So again, you want to see how much the audience is engaging, and what your other fellow travel agencies, competitors, travel agents are posting. I don't know if I like to see what's happening and what's the most popular. This can help to ensure that your perfectly curated travel posts that you work so hard on are seen and loved by your intended audiences. We don't want them to just go away. So we want to make sure people see them. So why a content strategy is important. So, how much interest your posts are likely to garner is a key factor in whether Facebook, Instagram, or other socials will even show them. So, posting worthwhile content is crucial to be seen. So, we talked about the 3 things before. I just want to go back to that. Okay, so when you post content, what is your intended goal? Is it to raise awareness or make bookings? Number 2, what is the pain point or specific point you want to address? What do you want them to know? And then why should they engage? Like, why should users bother engaging with your content? So remember those 3 things when you're posting. Okay. Okay, perfect. Back here. So that's why, so posting worthwhile content is crucial to be seen. And we want to remember those 3 points. Posting regularly shows you that you are an authority and you are intelligent and you are knowledgeable in your field. Also, it helps build a community of like-minded people to uplift your brand through positive engagement and word of mouth, and people who just love to travel, want to go on vacations, and that's what you want. A strategy means cohesion, which in turn means building a trustworthy brand. And that's why we want to post our reviews and our positive feedback and our clients going on vacation with us. Section 5, organic versus paid, why the difference matters. So this is the last section. Organic content. So organic content is any post, whether that's images, videos, reels, or any form of interactive posts on social medias, on Facebook, polls, just posts that are not paid for, that you just post and put out there organically. So that just means it hasn't been boosted, promoted, sponsored. It's not an advertising campaign. Paid content, in contrast, though, is pretty much what it says on the tin. You're paying for it, you're promoting it, you're boosting it, it's an ad, whatnot. So recently, organic content reach has declined because social platforms are shifting their priority to paid content, which means it's more important ever to focus on how you're posting your content, whether it's organic or not, as well as what you're posting so you can be seen. So, like I said earlier, a must do is to mix up your content with different styles of content. And if you want to get into doing some paid and organic and see how that goes for you, you can always try it. But definitely mixing up your content is very, very important. While it can be expensive and often requires an expert touch, boosting a Facebook and Instagram post or running a low budget, like it doesn't have to be super high budget, brand awareness campaign on Facebook can usually significantly increase the size of the audience who sees your brand, but also increase the traffic to your profile or website or whatever you're trying to increase traffic to. So then it's up to you to make sure you retain those potential customers, though, after you do a paid for content with your thought out content strategy designed to engage and entice them. So pretty much it's up to you to do the follow-up. Are you following up and commenting back to the people commenting on your post or seeing your post or DMing you? Are you following up with them? Follow-up is very, very important, which Jose talks about all the time. And so are you following up with them on these either paid or organic content posts, which can be anything. And then also, here's just a little bonus, which is lessons learned from the top performing travel accounts. So I picked some top performing travel accounts that I thought would be great for you guys to go and look at, and just to see what they're doing, what works, what doesn't work, get some ideas from them. So here's some that I thought were good because they're all so different. This is why I picked them, because I wanted to give a little different types of niches in there. So we have Hays Travel, which is UK. It's the largest independent travel agency there. And so when I looked at it, I loved the mix of the user-generated content. So that was a bunch of customer reviews and photos, and that's what we talked about. Plus the bright and clean destination-specific images. And then also when they had the call to actions, the images were pretty stylish, but they were attention-grabbing. So I suggest checking these out. Also, Lonely Planet. So Lonely Planet has over 3.3 million followers on Instagram, and their feed is pretty much full of travel inspiration, tips, and destinations. So they really have authority on the travel subject. Lonely Planet has a highly engaged profile with people commenting on their posts and reacting to their content daily. And the best part about it is a lot of these comments tend to be them tagging other people and their friends. And so this is where the word of mouth marketing turns digital. And so we love that. So check these out, get some inspiration, see what they're doing, what works and doesn't, and see if you can implement those strategies into your social media. Also, I love the Bucket List family. Super cute. They have 1.4 million YouTube subscribers, and then they have over 3 million Instagram followers. This is a fun travel brand. It's all about family. You can get ideas from them. They're very popular, and they have really great engagement. So I just suggest you look into them as well. As well as Travel Leaders, which we know we are a part of Travel Leaders Network at Archer Travel. So, I mean, it's always great to go see what Travel Leaders is posting and what they're all about because we're a part of them. I just wanted to give them a little shout out too. So, I mean, we love the integration of reviews alongside their destination content, boosting the social proof and trustworthiness of the US-based agency without compromising their high-quality aesthetic. So, yeah. So those are some bonuses to check out. And then that's pretty much it. Any questions from anybody? If there's any questions, I'll just wait for you guys to get those in chat. And then I'll just leave this up if you guys want to check these out to get some ideas from. And also, just like if you have a different travel niche that isn't one of these, totally go and check it out. Like if you're doing weddings, maybe go check out sandals. They're really big in the weddings, or any weddings travel accounts. I mean, there's tons of popular profiles out there that I would say go and check and see what's working for them and see if that's something that would work for you. But the biggest thing, like we talked about earlier, is always to mix up the type of content you're posting. You don't just want to post one type of content. You want to post all different types. So from static photos to videos to maybe some time-sensitive content and deals like get it now, you have 2 hours, to customer reviews, to customer photos from their vacation clients' photos, and whatnot. Okay, so we have a question here from Rosalina. So let's see, look at this. When we ask our clients for photos, they may have to add to our website gallery or our socials. Should we make some sort of model release form to prevent them from suing for whatever reason later on? Yes. As long as you have it in writing, like, though, even if you're doing a text exchange, that is in writing now. You say, may I use your photos? Yes, you may. They send you the photos. They are giving you permission, and that is all documented in writing. And even if they send them to you and you haven't asked them, like you only ask them verbally, after they send the photos and videos to you, you can be like, so I just want to make sure it's okay for to have permission to post these on my socials and my website and whatnot. I just make sure you have it in writing, because if it's verbal, it doesn't count. But if you want to do the extra step and having them sign a little form releasing their stuff, that's fine. But most of the time I find that just written word, like you asking them and then them saying yes, works. Because I know a lot of YouTubers also just go up to people and say, is it okay for you to be in this video? It's blah, blah, blah. This is the blah, blah, blah. And then they say yes. And that is enough for the law most of the time to be like, they confirmed it. They went into a verbal contract with you. So yes. I would say as long as it's written, just have it in writing always. But if you want to go the extra mile and do a contract that makes you feel safer, go for it. I mean, you can never be protected enough, right? Okay, Lauren, I watched some bloggers that took an Ireland trip for inspiration on a trip I booked. Absolutely love that. I always go and look at other content and people just get ideas and it, like you said, inspiration. So that's really great. And reviews, like people give you the real truth on how something is, their real truth. I have a photography business. Okay, and you wanted to ask that question. Perfect. Okay, well, thank you all for joining. I did say I'd do a giveaway for anyone who stayed the whole time. So, how about I do this? I want to ask a question this time. Thanks, Lauren. I want to ask a question this time and see whoever gets it answered first. I gotta pull it off this PowerPoint screen. Okay, there we go. Okay. So let's see. Okay, here's the yeah, thank you all. Thanks, Anna. Thanks, Harvey. Unforgettable Journeys Travel, welcome. Puntiel Travel, thank you. Yes. Okay, so here's the question. It's gonna be fill in the blank, and whoever gets it first gets a shop credit. Maybe I'll do 2 questions. Actually, I'm gonna do two giveaways. Okay, so fill in the blank. It's 2 words, and it's gonna be the platform and the type of post, okay? Blank received the highest level of engagement of any organic content on the platform, with around 50% of marketers agreeing that the short form videos are the most valuable for brands. Blank received the highest level of engagement of any organic content on the platform, with around 50% of marketers agreeing that the short form videos are the most valuable for brands. Okay, perfect. So the first person to get it was Puntiel Travel, and it was Instagram Reel. So good job, good job. I saw some other people get it as well. Perfect. So it was Instagram Reels. Nice. So just email me giveaway@archertravel.com. And then I will send that to you. And I'll do one more. Good job. Okay. Congratulations, yeah. And then the next question is going to be, okay, okay, I got this one. You guys got this. Okay. It's gonna be another fill in the blank. It's not Jose Landers, okay? Okay, the fill in the blank is blank is considered 2.4 times more authentic than any other content that brands create. It is one of the most effective types of travel posts for social media engagement. It's actually 3 words. Blank is considered 2.4 times more authentic than any other, yeah, we already got an answer, nice. Than any other content that brands create. I still let other people put in answers. One of the most effective types of travel posts for social media engagement. Yes, it is user-generated content. So it's asking your customers or clients to send you videos or images from the vacation they booked with you. User-generated content. And then also a little tidbit I did put at the bottom of the section was don't forget about yourself and use your own content. So, okay, let's see. First person who got that was Rosalina. Congrats. So go ahead and email me at giveaway@archertravel.com. And let me go back to the slides. And then, yeah, go ahead and email and I'll send you your shop credit for shop.archertravel.com. So perfect. Well, thank you, everyone. Thanks for joining today. And I hope you guys got a lot of knowledge or good tips or information on social media and social media engagement. And yeah. I hope you guys have a wonderful Friday. Happy Friday. Have a great weekend. If you need anything else, the office is open until 5 p.m. Pacific time today at Archer Travel. And the phone number there is 818-248-1511. You can also email evocustomercare@archertravel.com. Again, that is 818-248-1511. Or if you're international, that's 1-800-ARCHERS. And I just hope you guys have a great weekend. Thanks again for joining us. Bye.